Gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. The woes. A former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, continue as the Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the interim forfeiture of 57 properties allegedly linked to him and two of his sons, Abdulaziz and Abiru Rahman Malami, to the federal government. Justice Emeka Nwite made the order on Tuesday following an ex parte application filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The development was confirmed in a statement issued on Wednesday by the EFCC's head of media and publicity, Dele Oyewale, who said the properties, valued at approximately 213.2 billion naira, are suspected to be proceeds of unlawful activities. According to the EFCC, the assets are spread across the Federal Capital Territory, Kebbi, Kano and Kaduna State, and include hotels, university buildings, plazas, filling stations, warehouses, residential estates, shops, factories, and large parcels of land. The court further directed the EFCC to publish the interim forfeiture order in a national newspaper to enable any interested persons or entities to show cause within 14 days why the properties should not be permanently forfeited. All right, BQ, what standard of proof did the court rely on, before granted interim forfeiture? And how significant is this in the fight against corruption in Nigeria?
Court doesn't need any standard of proof. That's not how it works. If the EFCC says that property A, B, and C, it has every reason to believe that they are linked to the former chief law officer of the Federation,
yes,
and that it has every reason to believe that those houses were built with proceeds of crime.
Okay.
It can then notify the court to say, look, we want these houses that we suspect were built with proceeds of crime forfeited. Any house, any property for that matter, that you built with proceeds of crime, you are liable to lose it to the state.
Okay.
That's the way it works.
That's the law.
That's the law. And 14 days, within 14 days, it's a time ceiling of 14 days. Within 14 days, these houses, those who own them must step forward and say, okay, these houses belong to me. It is not the product of money laundering. I built these houses with my sweat. They belong to me. I worked hard. It's family business that we did. Come and show proof that it belongs to you, and that it is not the proceeds of crime. When within 14 days, you can show reasonable proof that you built it with lawful, what a beautiful house, you built it lawfully, then you can have you can have it. But a situation in which you can't prove that this thing, you built it with money you made lawfully, I'm afraid it's an interim forfeiture order.
Within 14 days, if you can't,
you must prove. Somebody, usually what happens is when the EFCC does this kind of thing, when this interim forfeiture happens, nobody steps forward to say it belongs to me.
Remember the estate now?
Yes.
Someone
estate. Nobody steps forward. Everybody will behave like, even cash. Sometimes they seize cash like this. All of those ones linked to Dezani in those days, linked to Dezani may not necessarily mean that it belonged to Dezani, but the people around her.
Okay.
If they suspect that, okay, this house was built with proceeds of crime by elements around Dezani. The FCC went, approached the court. The court seized them on interim basis, and later on permanent seizure because they will not come forward. Nobody wants to go to jail.
Because you cannot prove. You
have to prove that you made the money lawfully. That is the big thing. You must prove that you made the money lawfully. It's not enough to just say, it's my house, so leave me alone, no, this and that. I've seen someone that they seized his house. And what did he do? All these check stops over the years because he got a facility from Union Homes to build the house. His check stops. You know, some old men are very meticulous. So he had everything. He provided everything in court. And they gave him his thing back. That every month, this was what they were removing from my salary. Exactly. You know, I will write check. The check stops right there. So for this one, let them step forward. We can't have a situation in which politicians are doing what you call in your face looting, and we can't do anything.
Exactly.
People in a neighborhood will know that this house belongs to so person, and nobody is talking. They believe that even no matter what happens, they will get away with it. And that is why politicians want to keep their people in power. A governor who has stolen so much money, made gargantuan money, he wants to put somebody that he thinks he trusts. So that that person will protect his interests. He wants to fight to put his own person in power as president so that his loot will be protected.
We can't continue,
we can't continue like that. And later on, ordinary, even borehole, to sink borehole in some places, we can't sink borehole. We can't give people good roads, neighborhood, inner city roads. And politicians are stealing heavily from us. I know an individual that when his mother died, it was someone that gave him 100,000 naira to travel to go and bury the mom. That person is a multi-billionaire today. Multi-billionaire, maybe he's even watching me. Multi-billionaire.
In a flash.
Yes. Within a short time, he's able to build houses in Abuja, buy houses in Abuja in excess of 300 million, 400 million. Come on. We have to fear God now. This is just too much. You must explain. How did you come about the money? How much was your salary over that period? So if Malami cannot step forward and prove that indeed he sweated to build those things, then they say link to him. They are not even saying they belong to him. Because most of the time politicians use other people's names to acquire this. So it's a link. And they are so, you know what they do? The people help them to build houses. Their lives are completely in the hands of those people. A lot of them don't even know how many houses they have. I'm not exaggerating, no. Some politicians have houses in different parts of our country. They don't even know how many they are. They rely heavily on the people who help them.
In trust for them.
Yes. Those people will just say, okay, this month, this is, they bring, whatever they bring. Some of those people have helped themselves to some of the loot.
Yeah, sure,
so just bring, okay, this month, 3 of your houses in Magodo, this is the rent and all that. And he's happy. Extremely greedy fellow. He doesn't even know how many houses he has.
I mean, Mayor, what message does this send to current and public officials?
I'm very happy about it. You know why I'm happy about it? Because it is sad that the #1 law officer of the country, who under his purview was the superintendent of EFCC, for him to be involved in such gargantuan looting and for him to be standing trial is something that we should be happy about.
Yes.
It shows that, yes, we may find it very difficult in this fight against corruption, but that ultimately we will get there. Because this is the #1 law officer. For him to be involved in something like this is so sad. So sad. Because the volume of, when you're looking at properties worth over 200 and something billion, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And you see, why I'm also happy is that these were the people that took advantage of a very good president when Buhari was there.
Yes.
Because Malami was one of the most very powerful. Don't forget that the same governor of Central Bank at that time was also involved in a lot of things like this. That shows that at that time, they were just helping themselves and they don't care about the Nigerian people. So, yes, it may take a long time, but ultimately justice will be served. And now that he's in court, let him prove his innocence. He has his days in court. He knows law. He used to be the Attorney General of the Federation. So let him explain. Let him explain how he was able to acquire all this amount of properties while serving the country.
Yes.
We want to know.
And it was the same man under his watch that they raided the homes of judges.
Yes. Remember.
Yes.
Corrupt judges. They said the judges were corrupt.
Yes.
They raided their houses looking for dollars and all that.
They even wanted to try some judges.
Yes.
Remember?
They put them on trial. Some of those cases were won.
But do you think this case will strengthen public confidence in the EFCC and, of course, the judiciary?
That's what I'm saying, because this is a man that used to supervise EFCC.
Yes.
So for him to be on trial is send a strong message that one, nobody is too big to have his day in court.
Yes.
Nobody will be protected, even if you have links with EFCC. Because this man, the people in EFCC now used to say yes sir to him. He's the one that is
even removed an EFCC.
Yes, they were under his purview. So for him to now stand trial sends a message across to a lot of people, even those in government.
All right,
now.
we have Olori Egbe calling him from Ugijo. Olori Egbe, let's talk.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Go ahead.
Mayor, good evening. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Babajide and Mayor Shegun, is a pity for this country. The only thing I want to say is that until when Nigerian constitution is changed, we have a capital punishment for people like this. Things will not change. Let us not deceive ourselves. For long, these things have been going on. Yes, because there's no capital punishment, we don't punish who has committed one offense or the other. That is why these things are happening. How can somebody acquire things like this? Where are you taking it to?
Exactly.
If you drop dead today now, all these things you forfeit them. So my advice to the government or to our people, the Senate and the Rep, they are our problem. Senate and Rep are our problem. They should make it law, drastic law, that when they see these things, people will run and go back. They will not do it again. That is my submission. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you very much.
I appreciate his contribution. It's true. They are coming up with new laws all the time. Let's give death penalty for kidnapping and all that. But people stealing from our Commonwealth, they are doing as much damage as the kidnappers.
In your face stealing.
Because you go through in some of our states, we don't have enough public hospitals. People fall sick and they die. So the money that should have been used to build hospitals, to build primary health centers, people are stealing it. And you expect us to make progress as a nation. This is not the first time. Goodluck Jonathan's wife also suffered final forfeiture or some dollars that they found in her account. Former CBN governor, the worst CBN governor in Nigerian history.
The worst.
Yes, also suffered the same thing. Yet the man had the cheek to punish Nigerians with a meaningless naira repainting exercise.
All right, we have Kabir calling in. Kabir, go ahead.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I want to make contribution on this Malami issue.
Go ahead.
Yes, we noticed that Abacha loot was also part of the money gathered from Malami. So how do we prevent such occurrence? Because a whole loot from Swiss Bank and what have you came to Nigeria, and one man repatriated and just gathered it and chopped it. Can we avoid this? This is supposed to be in the purview of the CBN, the monies. How did it get to Malami? Thank you very much.
You have to prove it.
Exactly, you have to prove it.
Yeah, I think
the SEC must first prove that.
I think basically for the Abacha loot thing, it's not as if the money itself was the one that was, but you see, the Attorney General, because is the one that's involved in the negotiation and all that, he can claim, for example, that they are going to pay commission. In fact, that's where the main problem is, that they are going to pay commission to some lawyers who have helped them to do, arrange
the
you understand
bringing the money in.
You understand? And you know, they're going to pay those people from that proceed. That's where the problem is. You know, they've always had that issue. Under him, they've always had the issue of commissions.
Yes.
Humongous commission. Even the ones
even
that...
on judgment debts.
Yes, you remember the Paris fund. You know, the lawyers involved, you know, they were promised a lot of money.
Nigerians had to protest that no, we should not pay this kind of money to anybody. How can you pay this kind
of money as commission?
All right, gentlemen, we need to go on this quick break. Don't go anywhere. There's more to come after the break. This is Journalist Hangout.